No, honestly, like I feel like if someone were to actually like try to haze me, I'd have been like, "Are
Same.
you for real?"
I'm mad that they didn't, dude. I was waiting for it.
Really?
I remember when
Did you have
like,
water in there?
I remember during one of the rituals, I was hella waiting.
We'll chug it and then put another one.
That'll give me
Is it-
some more.
Oh, you
It's
were
wrong. I thought he wasn't really that good.
No, it's on it. Yay.
Oh wait, was I not supposed to get the whole thing?
Yeah, you just point. It's alright, man.
Damn.
We need another one anyway.
We'll like put these
We'll
out.
go flavor by flavor.
Okay.
Oh wait, here.
I have,
So
to,
here-
I have to skip the pineapple one though.
Why? What's wrong
I'm
with you?
allergic.
Are you not gonna fucking go to the hospital for this podcast?
I might.
Okay.
That's why I don't want to take that chance.
Had
Okay,
STI.
now we respect your health. I know you don't. So. No, like, all right.
Had
Is that
threesome.
how we're
Yeah, it's all rolling.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
All right, y'all.
Musashi's still answering. Is
I'm
this
still
what we're
answering.
doing it on?
No, I'll still do it.
All right, well, here, just finish that, and then we'll
Yeah.
do it in between. All right, y'all. So, let's start this off with a taste test, I guess, right?
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We are the 5% Talk out here, and today we're going to start off our day with the Trader Joe's hard seltzers.
Now, Musashi, how
these
much
are
are these?
$5.
$5.
Plus tax will be $6.06.
I'm excited.
I'm very excited. So we'll give you guys a review on these things, and we'll start off by a taste test. But
You know, it's actually like my first time hearing about this. Like, I didn't even know about them.
They went viral on like TikTok.
Yeah,
like a
somebody
ton of
sent it-
places were like
yeah.
selling out of them.
So they say 40 cents each is what it comes out to. So I think that's
That's pretty good. That's really good.
Yeah, especially with gas prices on the rise. Well, let's not get political and let's get this drink going.
yeah, my watered down drink.
Oh yeah, I didn't know Musashi had water in his cup.
But it's okay. I had it yesterday, so.
Grapefruit. What do you guys think?
That's interesting.
I like it, but like it tastes to its price point.
I feel like kind of flat. It
Yeah.
sounds like crisp.
Like, I understand why it's $5
Yeah.
now. But it's not bad. I wonder, like, realistically, like,
I'm not tasting what you guys are tasting.
You're tasting
You're
water.
getting
Drink
water.
your
This
water
doesn't
down
count.
one.
Like, I wonder how many of these it would take for me to actually, like, feel a buzz, you know? Like, just,
Well,
like,
let's
if
find
I-
out.
I'm on an empty stomach, so we're about to find out.
It took me 2 yesterday.
Oh.
I'm not even gonna lie.
All right, everybody but Naomi try the pineapple one.
Wait, I like gave myself like half the can.
Then give that to Naomi.
You're the one
Yeah,
person.
I'll
that,
do that, yeah.
You're the one person that Ubered here. So. All right. So so how would you guys rate the grapefruit out of 5? Let's say
Out of 5?
out of 5.
I give it, like, a 3.
I give it like a 2.
Give it a 3.
It doesn't help that it's warm.
Yeah. We should have
Yeah.
chilled these a little longer. All right, pineapple.
Oh yeah, it was better when it was cold.
I like the pineapple.
Pineapple.
Yeah.
Pineapple's good.
It makes me sad that I can't try it.
I mean, you could just bring your EpiPen next time.
Interesting.
No,
Pineapple.
imagine, like, I break out in hives or something. Like, the last time I ate pineapple, like, my throat was closing up and it was supposed to, like,
I don't know. I'm
couldn't
laughing
even
at
breathe.
that. Terrible.
I feel like pineapple is one of those like hard to get artificial because the fruit itself is like hella itchy. Like you're
Yeah.
drinking it, you're
Yeah.
eating it. And
That
drinking
that
juice.
one tasted like a real pineapple.
It does,
Like, it
this
didn't
one
taste
does.
like the Disney pineapple. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it was pretty good.
Like, comparable to, like, White Claw, would you say it's like that one?
I'd say it's
I feel
better than
like
White
this
Claw.
one's better.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
It's fruitier. Like that tastes like a fruit cup pineapple. Like
I feel like I like these because it tastes like they put the juice and then the seltzer. Like
yeah,
it's not
I
just
don't get that
yeah.
artificial thing. So what would you rate the pineapple?
I give it a 4.
I'd say 4.
I'm telling you, if these were cold, I'd probably give it a 5.
Yeah, put 4. I'd say 4 out the box. All right.
Yeah.
And it's not bad. It's also, like, gluten-free, 100 calories,
I'll give it a.
3 grams of
Two
carbs. I feel like it's,
I don't
like,
know. I might give this a 2,
comparable, like,
bro.
a Michelob Ultra.
You like pineapple?
Pineapple?
I usually don't like pineapple like drinks.
Well,
like
I mean, that's
seltzers
kind of
like
expected if you don't like
I know
pineapple.
if you like pineapple, you're not gonna like.
You're not gonna give
I mean,
it a
I'll
good
still,
rating.
I'll still drink it, but like, I wouldn't prefer to be drinking it.
Compared to other pineapple seltzers, then,
Yeah.
in your opinion.
Like compared to the White Claw.
I'd probably take the White Claw one.
Interesting. That's interesting.
Let me just tell you, this flavor right here is probably my favorite one though.
Blood orange.
Which is
Yeah.
okay. So we're trying blood orange next. Let's let
Yeah,
everybody get
this was the first one I
I'm like,
grabbed
let me
yesterday.
catch up and finish.
I know.
The
I'm like,
last
y'all
of the can
y'all
you
are
guys
giving
gave
yourselves
me.
baby sips, and I'm over here still
It's
with
a
half the
taste,
can.
not
It's a taste.
Oh,
No.
well,
Not
what am I
finishing the
supposed to do
whole-
with the can?
We'll figure that out later. We'll figure that out later.
Afterwards, you can grab whatever drinking one
Yeah.
during the talk, but right now we're just doing the we're
I'm
doing a
like-
taste version.
I thought we
You're
were
like
finishing the
half a
can.
Trader Joe's
I
doesn't have
wonder what
samples,
was
so that's what we're
candy.
doing right
Thanks.
here.
Okay, then I'll just pass this over here.
Yeah, just leave it with the front. Alright, cool. So this is which one? Blood orange?
Blood orange.
Yeah.
Alright. I forgot to wear my red for this one, but.
You're like, do this little swirl. this
Gotta give it a little-
sniff.
There you go.
Oh, that actually
Oh, no, no.
smells
That was for us being stupid. It smells good. Alright, let's try it.
I like
That's
that.
sweet.
Yeah,
I like
That's
good.
really
that.
sweet.
That's really good.
What's voyeurism?
What?
That's having sex in public.
Is that really?
Yeah.
They just-
Yeah, it
bro, no, they just asked that same question on 75.
I mean,
So
it
then if
asks.
you answered it.
Yeah.
What does this have to do with blood orange?
No, I'm doing the rice.
Well.
I'm doing the rice purity test.
All right,
I'm
so
almost done.
let's go back to blood orange. All right, so what y'all think about that one?
I give this one a 5. This
Yeah.
one's good.
I
I
think
could
the
definitely
flavors are
survive.
pretty like true to what it is.
I wonder what this tastes like if it was actually like cold. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
Like, I
maybe
think
it
it
was.
would have been like this. Probably would have been like a 7.
So basically, y'all
7 out of
fucked up
5.
not like refrigerating them.
Hey,
you know.
Musashi barely. He drank the ones we were supposed to taste yesterday. All right, so that's probably my favorite one so far, I'd say. Now, last one I gotta try is the mango.
I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna like mango.
I don't know. There's a lot of good mango seltzers out there.
Mango's
so.
one of my favorite
Mango.
fruits. I hate artificial mango. Like, there's some fruits I don't like artificial.
I feel like there's some fruits that don't taste like the fruit. Like grape just
Yeah.
tastes like purple.
I don't eat or
You
drink
know what I'm talking about? Like
anything
you ever
that-
have grape stuff? Like it
Or
don't taste like a grape.
Or like whenever you have like something cherry flavored and
Mm.
it tastes like cough medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's like ew, that's gross.
Yeah, well, let's see how mango lives up. Everybody got their mango?
I got a score of 35.
I think mine was 35.
Wow.
This is
Oh no,
fucking
mine was Cruz.
bullshit. All right,
Cruz
mango.
got, Cruz got 46.
Damn,
Mm.
Cruz.
Okay, this is good.
Oh, I don't like it.
Mm.
It tastes like a candy.
I feel
It
like
ta-
it's like very mid.
It tastes
Like it didn't
yeah.
over exceed
I don't even know what I
my
drink right now.
expectations,
Yeah.
but it wasn't like something that I was happy about.
It's
like,
what
oh
I
my God.
expected. It's what I expected it to be.
Yeah.
But it wasn't bad, but I don't think it was.
It
like-
tastes really sweet. Like, not like the blood orange. It tastes like a candy.
I'll say this for the price. I think they all did what we expected.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
They
so.
definitely
Yeah.
So would you guys buy these again?
I would.
Yeah, I
End
would.
end of the month, you trying to get like.
Bro, it's
double-
$5
End
over
of the month.
$20.
I'm like, I'm down to go to Trader Joe's
Go
after
again
this.
right
and,
after.
let's go.
So we know what we're pre-gaming with tonight. Fun. All right, so with that, let's get into
I'm
the
not
podcast.
going.
Musashi, tell me what we're talking about today. Well, I put these on the floor. Oh,
Wow.
fuck. All right, good thing.
Alright, well, I can't.
Keep in mind,
put the
Musashi
batteries.
refused to tell us like what topics we were going to be talking about today. So if some of us just don't know what to answer,
Yeah.
more like me.
He doesn't realize that, like, with a podcast, you can't just wing it. Like, this isn't like you need.
I like to wing
Like,
things,
like
alright.
you can wing it, you know, like obviously you're gonna get like my real response,
Yeah.
but like it's kind of better if I get a heads up, so that way
Yeah.
I kind of already know what exactly I want to talk about instead of like going on like a tangent
Mm-hmm.
and like not getting to the point.
Well, let's all
do you have a
all
topic? He's
let's
on
all get our
Google.
cups with some 5%, and then we'll.
I want the blood orange.
Yeah, can you pass me the blood orange?
I took the L and took out the pineapple, so y'all can enjoy. Something else.
Here, you want to go halvesies with the can?
Yeah.
I'll take the grapefruit.
Grapefruit, nice.
I'm like, you should probably take a full can. Yours not even
Is
dry.
audio?
Yeah, true. Can I get a
I don't
can?
hear it.
Oh, you started it. You should.
Can I get a can of blood
Oh,
orange?
it's because it's came out.
Low
blood
key
orange?
though, I feel like I'm gonna get faded quick because I haven't ate. Well, I mean I ate, but like,
You act like you ever eat though. You always that's your
bitch,
thing all
I
the time.
eat 4 meals a day now. I get all my protein.
Yeah, we
Like,
love
I
that.
have to meet for the game.
Yeah.
I love
Am I
the,
thick yet?
I
No.
love this Sabrina,
None.
not the. Oh, I had 2 bites and I'm done. This is the Sabrina I fucking.
I had
love.
a coffee with those 2 bites at that time. No, I'm trying to get thick. I'm trying to look like Megan, but
Alright, let's get the IPAs out there. If that's the case.
oh
Yeah.
no,
Bring 'em
fuck
out.
that. I
Bring
won't
'em
do
out.
beer. I won't do beer. I'm sorry.
I'm scared.
Where's my blood orange?
Oh, did I not hand it to you? Oh, here you go.
Musashi in this.
Musashi,
Oh, my bad, my bad. Alright, for today's podcast, as you guys can see, we have a jersey theme, you know, so let's just go down the line. Cruz, what are you wearing?
I'm wearing my San Diego Padres jerseys. Am I a Padres fan? Maybe now, but San Diego's lit, so I had to get a jersey to represent.
I'm over here wearing the Millennium jersey. You will not catch me wearing this at a rave, because...
That's like the
That's
best
what-
place to
Yeah.
wear.
No.
I don't know why you don't
Like
wear
you
them
know
to
you
rave.
bought it for
You
a
think
rave.
it's too cool to wear at the
No.
rave?
I know.
You will not
That's
catch...
like the best
He's
place
like,
to
I don't
wear.
want them to know that I'm sensitive.
No, dude. You see every Asian people wearing it. I'm not trying to be part
You're
of that.
wearing it right now.
Okay, I'm wearing it to the podcast, but not to
Hey,
the
I'm
rave.
sorry,
Why'd
buddy,
you buy
but
it?
you
No,
fit the
if you don't
demographic.
want to wear it right, why'd you buy it?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys been to a rave, man. What,
I like
what do
how
I ever
everyone
have a
ganged
shirt
up on
on?
him.
I
Why
know,
don't
but
you
why
wanna
don't you
wear
wear them? Like, you know, like if I bought a jersey and I spent like
Yeah.
a cool 75,
'Cause those-
80 bucks,
yeah.
you know, I want everybody to
Naomi
see
didn't
it.
want to be another Latina with a Dodgers jersey, but here we are.
Thank you, Cruz.
Yeah, I love LA. Go
Those
Dodgers.
Dodgers.
Alright, Sabrina, what you wearing?
I'm just wearing a Kappa Sig jersey, you know.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
represent.
I don't have a jersey, and then I was gonna go in Lito's closet and like get one from his, but I forgot. I had work right before.
It was like a wardrobe malfunction.
Yeah, and I had a cool ass mug that I'll bring next week. Just wait on it. Just wait on
So she
it.
brought the whole
It's gonna
soap
be
container.
gonna take all the cans in just one mug.
Hey, you'd be
That's a-
surprised. Like I eat
Dude, that's a big
cereal
mug,
and
bro.
not
It's
crumbs.
a good
I've had
mug.
That's a
oatmeal.
huge-
Yeah.
That's a big mug.
This is a good
that's
mug.
crab chowder.
Like you
That's
can
a coffee
literally
mug.
put everything in the fucking world in this
That's-
mug.
I
that's
see
a
that
crab
mug and it
chowder.
reminds me of like the chicken and stars.
Yeah. Sopita de estrellas.
Yo tengo sopita de fideo.
Ooh,
Dang.
my god.
All right, Naomi, what are you wearing?
Like I said, I'm wearing a Dodgers jersey.
Los Doyers.
Doyers.
Los Doyers. We love them.
Go Giants.
Anyways.
But I think I want to start this podcast with like the he's a number and
Oh, the 10 game.
Yeah.
10 game.
Oh,
10 game.
okay.
Yeah.
That's been really popular lately.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny though. I'm not gonna lie.
And that's just being basic. We got to join in.
That's
Yeah.
literally on my pastime when it's dead at work. We'll just pass by each other and we're like, all right, he's a 10, but he only wears flip flops.
All right. Well, let's Musashi, do you have a list, or should we all throw one out?
You can throw one out. I'm just looking through like.
Mhm.
Oh wait, she's a 10, but she posts the bikini pics on
Time out.
Instagram.
You can't Google them.
I can't
No,
Google them.
no. You want to be the
These
one
are
with that
cool.
You
script?
Hey, man.
Yeah.
You
You
Alright,
want
alright.
the script? You
Alright,
can
alright.
I got one.
No.
All right, let's start it. Cruz.
She's a 10, but she drinks Bud Light.
She Asian then.
Wait, what's wrong with Bud Light? I don't drink beer, so I don't know. Like, I don't.
It's like you're drinking water.
Yeah,
Oh,
that and
drinking.
that, I don't
So
know.
then would that be considered like a 7?
I think teach their own, but yeah, I'd say about that.
Alright.
I don't think a number would go down for drinking Bud Light.
You know, I think we gauge our people off different things. All right, Musashi, what you got then?
She's a 8, but she has man feet.
Damn, bro, she got her feet.
Yo, you gotta look, bro.
Hey, if that's you, hit me up though.
Yeah,
What's up with
I-
this?
Yeah, that's a 4.
Oh Lord.
He's a 9, but he hits you with that. I'm not like other guys, babe.
They're right. They're
That gave me
worse.
That's like a -2.
I would never do that to you, babe.
Oh, who says that?
Cruz?
No, I'm asking you. Who says
Oh,
that?
I was like,
Cruz.
I was like, you're not a heartbreaker like that.
Heck no, y'all.
Alright. He's a 9. But he asked to drop you off at work in your car.
What if this is in the
Oh.
shop? What if Oh my god.
I feel like people without cars are a 10.
What's
No?
wrong?
Okay, babe.
Wait, what's
No.
wrong? What's
I
wrong?
look up for you.
What's wrong with getting dropped off at work?
I know.
In her car.
You're a
Yeah,
passenger
her
princess.
car.
It's cool.
Yeah, passenger princess, but in her car.
What's wrong
Yeah.
with that?
What's wrong with that? I'll be sitting there like this.
So then rate it.
No.
No. I'm like, you're not about to drive my car around everywhere around town.
What's wrong with that?
Everything.
If you can't trust your significant other to drive you with,
Damn, you
you
don't even
can't trust them with other things. I don't know. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I was like,
Absolutely
you don't
not.
even trust them.
So then give a number. What do you rate it?
What do they start out as?
10.
And I'd say maybe like a 9. Like, you know, it's a little dark, but it's cool. You know, ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with the homies like
Where's
that.
his car at?
He doesn't have one.
Does it have one?
See, you didn't
Yeah,
listen
you
to
just
TLC
attacked Sabrina.
when they said sitting
You
on the
just attacked
passenger
her.
side
My
of your best friend ride.
ride trying to
Trying to holler
at
at you,
me.
so you didn't listen to that. But what I would say, you know, that's up to you, because, hey, but who's going to end up giving him a ride? Exactly. There we are. All right, let's go round 2. She's a 9, but she doesn't have any friends her own gender.
Okay, I feel like that's an 8, cause it can go. No, honestly, I say she holds her 9.
Honestly, I can't even talk shit because literally every time the guys are like, "Oh, bring the bitches," I'm like, "You guys are the bitches. Like, I don't have
Yeah.
girlfriends.
Yeah.
You guys are the girls."
Like you have friends that are girls, but literally like
friends.
I think they're calling it like best friends.
I think they at least need one homegirl. Like, one homegirl that, like...
Like a solid one.
But you
Yeah.
don't mix groups like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Like you can
No,
have
I'm
that
not
one.
saying you don't have to mix them, but you just have to have somebody. Like,
So
oh, I
you're
was
saying,
hanging out
like,
with my homegirl. You know what I'm saying?
So you're
Like
saying
that.
the girls that say that for the guys?
I'm just saying, like, when the things get tough, that's who they go to. Like, you need to have, I feel like you gotta have, like, a homegirl in your
I
corner.
feel like that's still a 9.
Oh, damn.
Cause it's not always a red flag.
Yeah.
Like
and
right
it's
now.
Like, also too, it's like in what context? Like, you know, like,
Yeah.
does she fuck all her guy friends?
Nah,
Or,
y'all
like,
just got an
yeah,
argument,
yeah.
and she doesn't have a homegirl to argue with, or to go vent
Go
to.
argue.
Like, she don't got a homegirl to vent to. She's gonna go vent to some other dude.
I mean,
I hear some guilty voices on that side of the table.
I think venting is cool, but like you shouldn't. You can put it in consideration, but that's your problem with another person, you know.
Okay, but to be fair, guys give better advice than girls.
Yeah.
And like I say that with me having
No, we
best
do.
friends.
We do.
I love
We
my
do.
girls to death. But most of the time, they advise out of like their experience, whereas guys, they're gonna be like giving you honest opinions on whether you're fucking up or whether whoever else
I
is
think that's real. I
talking
think that's
about
real.
it.
Also,
Yeah.
also too, like, I mean, like, maybe I'm guilty of it all the time too, you know, but it's also like girls just have like that mindset nowadays where it's like we don't really rationally think. It's just kind of
Yeah.
like men
Yeah.
ain't shit. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, like,
That's true.
great, I'm glad you say that, but like I still
Yeah,
actually
we're
want
not
like
shit.
genuine advice.
Yeah.
I'm like,
We
hey,
ain't,
like,
but-
tell me what's going on.
Like,
I
I'll-
like see the outside from looking in. I don't know.
Yeah, because I'll go to my girls. I'll be like, look, like, I'm feeling down, this and that. And the first thing they do, they're like, you know what? Fuck this. You need to do your own
I'll
thing.
say
and
this,
I'm like,
yeah,
girl,
guys are a
what?
lot better at like thinking that a perspective like as a whole. Like we'll admit we're guilty. Like we'll be
Yeah,
like, yeah, this is
yeah.
where you messed up. And we like girls will be like, nah, like those stand by your side, but maybe that's not what you need. So I can
Like,
see that.
as
Yeah.
a girl, like, I will lie for my friend.
You know what? Y'all
Yeah,
changed my
that's
opinion on
wrong.
this.
I'm
Instead of a 9,
sorry.
she's a 10 now.
That's me.
She's a 10 now.
He's
talk to your
like, you know
homeboys.
what? That's an easy rating right there.
Like, you know.
You know, y'all swayed me. But here we are.
No, but like, there's like so much you can like.
yeah.
There's a lot of
yeah.
there's lots of
You
no.
know?
Hey, it's very situational too. Like it's very situational.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Maybe that'll be another topic for another day. But anyway, besides that, let's see if yours is less controversial.
No, that went pretty far. It could be he's a, she's a.
It could be whatever.
Yeah.
Give me
It
go,
could
give me
be,
go.
it could be both gender on this one.
Damn, I'm still stuck in the big of mine.
They're a 10, but doesn't listen to rave music or go to raves.
0.
Damn, that went straight down to 0.
0.
That's like a 3 to me. I'm sorry, but like.
I'd say it depends why. I feel like some people
Yeah.
are so hard headed on like, oh, that's like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like if it's like a
Yeah.
closed mindedness.
See,
Low
like,
rating.
I'm not that, like, obviously, like, I go to festivals and stuff, but, like,
Mhm.
I'm not a rave junkie to be like, oh, raves are just my life.
Yeah.
But it's also, like, if you're one to say, I don't listen to EDM, I don't go to festivals, it's like, all right, well, like, if
Right,
you listen to
yeah,
Loud
yeah.
Luxury when you walk into Forever 21 and know the words, like,
Okay,
you
how about
listen
this?
to EDM.
How about this? He's a
Yeah.
10. He's a 10, but doesn't go to festivals.
He's an 8. I mean, like if he'll go to local events with me, like down. But a festival, I mean, I'm also not gonna force someone to go out of their comfort
Some girls would
zone.
say he's an 11 in that case.
True.
No, I mean, like at least like for me, like I mean, growing up, I've always listened to EDM. I've been raving since I was 15. I'm 24 now.
15?
Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
I like-
raves used to be like
Yeah.
16,
Used to be
16
different.
plus like back here.
Dude,
Yeah.
I knew raves were like a thing when I was a kid. Like I remember my cousins. I like grew up with like my older cousins that were like 18 and hitting their 20s, right? And they would be like, "Oh, BRB, we're going midnight bowling." And as a kid, I was like, "I want to go with you guys." They'd be, and this was the tutu bedazzled
Yes.
bra era,
Yes.
right? So I was like, "Y'all
the
look
little
hot."
flower crown.
I was a little girl looking at that and being like, I want to be that. And I remember my mom, when they would leave the house, she'd be like, you're not going to grow up to be them. And, like, not in a sense to where, like, she didn't want me to do that. I think
Sorry,
it was
Mom.
just, like, I love my mom. Love you, Mom. She's so conservative. Like, my first rave, I wore I wore, like, underwear, I guess. But that was, like, coverage. I wore a top that was, like, one of those, like, butterfly bra things. So that was like the most covered outfit I ever wore. I posted on my story. She was like, "You need to delete that. You have your uncles on your Snapchat, blah blah."
Oh,
and
shit.
progressively, as I started going out more and wearing less, her comments started being, "I my little hoe, you look good." And I'm like, you know what?
Wow.
I get it.
I think
love
that,
you.
that really did stir culture though, like being able to like,
Yeah.
You know, like I can kind of relate, but like the opposite. So obviously, like I was raving so young, so my mom grew accustomed to it. Like at first, obviously, she's like, you know, why are you wearing these outfits? You know, like probably put on like a little bit more clothes. Like you are young, which I do understand. But I remember one time it got to a point where I think it was like the first time I ever wore cargos to like a rave. I walked out of my room and I told her, I was like, hey, like I'll be back. I'm going to a rave tonight. And she's like, you're wearing pants? And I'm like, yeah, I'm wearing pants. She's like, okay, well, have fun. And I'm like, okay. Well, I mean, like, obviously, like, you know, you go to raves, you wear, like, a little onesie, like, fishnets. You know, like, that's what you're, like, I feel like that's what my mom was always used to seeing. And so when she saw me in pants, she's kind of like, is this, like, her getting older? But, like, also, too, at the same time, like, at some point, like, you get tired of dressing up. I feel like I
Yeah.
finally hit that point where it's, like, I want to go more comfortable than, like, going for the look. Because, I mean, it's fun, like, to dress up and go for the look and everything. But at some point, it's just like,
everybody
hey.
after Coachella, we're like,
Oh, that
Oh my
same
God.
recycled sweatshirt.
Yes.
I swear, once I washed that sweatshirt, it was sour. That thing made it through 6 days.
Hey man, I wear the same outfit every single rave, just different shorts.
See, guys, it's easy.
Yeah,
though.
I was just gonna
That's
say
so-
that.
Like, you guys don't have
Yeah.
like
Hey,
As a
no,
guy,
and
it's
you
very
guys don't even
different.
need
It's
a
very
Hey, watch.
try.
Yeah.
Cruz told me to go to Compton with him this year, so I'm gonna go watch my fit. I'm gonna buy it on Shein.
But the thing
Yeah,
is though, it's
yeah.
like it's
I
different.
didn't
though,
get-
Like,
I didn't get the count.
as a
No,
guy,
right.
you either have three options.
So I guess
You
the
do the
5%
jersey,
doesn't get it.
I'm not
you do
doing
the
jersey.
shirtless, or you do the
the
cutoff. Yes, the
Yeah,
cutoff.
yeah.
You got three options. You choose one of those three, and
And
that's
you
what you rock
recycle
with.
the fits every
Mhm.
time.
Yeah.
Every time when you guys are like, oh, I have to find an outfit for a rave. I'm like, bro,
That's
for
the
what? You're
stupidest
gonna
thing
wear
to
the
do.
Takes
same
y'all
exact
10
Hell
thing?
no,
minutes
bro.
to
You
get
see
ready
my
too.
kicks?
And no matter what you wear, you're always shirtless by the end of it if you're a guy.
Yeah,
That's just how
yeah.
it goes. That's
Okay,
just how
but
it
to be
goes.
fair, that's my favorite part of raves. Like, obviously, I love the festival, love the music, love that I'm like with my peeps. But my favorite part is dressing up. Like, literally, I will spend Coachella. I had 8 outfits ready
Mhm.
because I would have a set and buy more because it's just. I mean, Coachella's not a rave, I guess, but like
But still,
festivals,
festival,
like hard
festival
summer,
fits, yeah,
hard
festival
summer
fits.
right now. I
Good
have
luck.
6.
Good
I have
luck.
6 outfits pending and bought another
Pending.
outfit. Yeah, because I'm trying to pick which ones I want to wear because I love like to stunt in them and by the end of the night being like hiding my patch, you know?
Yeah, and then you want the aesthetic to be different. like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But it's
each
like,
you have like a certain like
yeah.
look you want to go for.
And if you're going with a group and they want to do a group outfit, then you got to figure that out.
Catch it. Day 2, purple.
Honestly, as much as I
Oh yeah, I
love
also
the
that.
idea
Day
of,
2 purple.
Day 2, purple.
What kind of purple? Like purple shorts?
Purple rain.
Dude,
Just whatever you
I need someone to buy you purple then.
The one thing I do hate though is like when it comes down to like doing group outfits,
Yeah.
is coordinating everyone to buy like a similar shade, a similar color, and then obviously someone's gonna be like, well, that color doesn't look good on me, or like just like little things where it's just like, dude, like just do it for the one day so we can all take like a nice cohesive picture.
This is the other thing. No matter what you wear, everybody's looking grimy and sweaty at the end of it. So
Yeah.
it does not
Oh,
matter
it's
that much.
bad.
Yeah.
That's
It
the
is
thing. Like, you can
bad.
look as good as you want in your pictures in real life. Totally 120%.
And
That's
to the
why I
night,
always
yeah.
recommend to take your pictures as soon as you get to
Yep.
like festival grounds, whatever
Yeah.
rave you're going to. Like take them as soon as you get there because
Mhm.
obviously you know you're gonna do something and then later on you're gonna be like, oh my god, my 5th eye is opening up.
Cruz?
So,
Hold on.
I
But
mean,
yeah.
those pictures are fun too to look at, but obviously those aren't gonna be
No,
the
no,
ones
no,
that
the
you're
ones you
gonna
post. Those are the ones
post.
that
Yeah,
make
that
it
part's
to the
getting
gram.
cut.
And then if your Instagram gets hacked before, I mean, that's just how it goes.
Time to start promoting Instagram 2-factor verification.
Instagram, turn on your two-factor
Get on
verification.
that.
Make sure.
Get on that.
If you learn one thing from this episode besides rambling is
Outfits though. Outfits. The
Outfits.
last thing I do want to say is, I think like I like seeing the progression I've made with outfits. I think that's like so funny to see. I remember one fucking outfit I wore these bright orange Fashion Nova like big parachute pants with the black top. I look back at that and I don't know what the hell I was doing.
Cute. I remember that.
Girl,
fit.
that
I
was-
remember it.
Let's talk
Oh,
about
really?
that though. Like,
That was-
you thinking an
that was
outfit was
really-
a flop, and everybody else being like, "Oh, that was fire."
Yeah.
That's
Right?
like
Like,
the same
I've
thing
had
as
my
body
moments.
dysphoria, isn't it?
Body dysmorphia. Let's get.
Body
No, that's
dysmorphia.
yeah. No, like,
Dysmorphia.
We can
no,
do this.
like,
Yeah, that's-
no,
Let's
like,
do this.
Smack like a
I Lord.
because I feel that way too
What's in
sometimes.
these things?
No, you wanna know what does kind of like irritate me low key is
Mhm.
that like how people have kind of gotten like gym culture and rave culture kind of like meshed together where
Yeah.
it's like, oh my god, I have to look like super like
Mhm.
built up for this next rave. I'm like, bro, like before it was like people were just like, I'm just here to like enjoy the music and you know like
Yeah.
just be myself because this is where I feel like the most happiest, you know. And now people are making it kind of like more of like a body image type thing where people are like, okay, let me get the clout.
Because everyone's
let
like,
me get
yeah,
Hey
good
man,
setup.
that's my motivation right now.
But that's another
No, but
thing
I mean,
though.
like it's like I mean like I feel like I see it more commonly now. Like before, you know,
Yeah.
like you would see like you know just like some random like built up gym bro and be like, dude, like you look amazing or something, you know.
Yeah.
But now it's like I feel like nowadays with like how do I say it, like social media culture, like I feel like it kind of lost its meaning. Like it's not as pure as it was.
I'll tell you
before.
this much
not.
though: those people that are focusing on that aren't enjoying the raves and the festivals
Yeah.
the way
Yeah.
they're supposed to.
Like
Like that's
they're
taken
going,
away from
they're
it.
going more so as just to be like, oh yeah, I'm here for the clout. Like
Yeah.
I'm here. Like I could say I went, and then like also too,
Mhm.
it's like people think that it's just like the place to like go like full on bender rage party, and then go about their day. And obviously like you're not gonna be plur at the, like you're not gonna be plur back at home. Like I know you're a terrible person.
Yeah.
Some of my like favorite memories are literally like us sitting on the floor eating funnel cakes.
Yo.
The watermelon.
Those are
The
like-
watermelon.
Yo.
Coachella,
Yes.
10 out of 10.
Yo.
10 out of 10. I'll
This
tell
year
you
I'm
right
going
now.
back for that
Yeah.
watermelon.
We bought tickets again, just
2023.
just
No.
for the
Catch us over
watermelon.
there.
I have to tell you,
Absolutely.
like I've never enjoyed festival food
Oh,
until
yeah.
I
That
went
was
to
so
Coachella.
good.
Like
Coachella brings you down to your roots. It's
They have
like food,
pupusas,
water,
like-
showers.
oh
You
my
enjoy
God.
everything
No, I
100
mean,
times
like,
more.
I mean, like, you kind of get the same feel as, like, any other festival, like,
Mhm.
EDM festival, but I mean, like, food-wise, like,
They're on
It
point.
was
I did not
good.
mind paying, like, over $20 for, like, a small plate of, like, a certain food that I got, whereas, like, if I went to, like, I'm like, do I see the company name, or, like...
I mean, might as
I'd say-
well.
I mean, if I go to an Insomniac event and I pay $16 for chicken strips,
Yeah.
and they're
Yeah.
dry, and I'm,
Yeah.
like, choking on them, like, no, I don't want to do that. Plus, I'm like,
If I'm being
like,
honest, I don't really buy food at festivals, like when I go to raves, but
I never
Coachella,
buy
Well, no,
food.
yeah,
like,
but I mean, like-
Coachella is like a different vibe because I wouldn't consider it a rave or anything. It's like a
I
music
feel like that was like
festival.
the
Yeah.
escape though from
Yeah.
like, that's the only
It
like
was.
food-
I feel like I was in a survival
I
battle.
think
or
it
something
shocked me
like that.
too. It shocked me to be there and feel like it was like a whole different thing. Like
Yeah.
I knew by the lineup and all that it wasn't gonna be a rave. But in my mindset, I was like, it's gonna be a rave crowd. So when we got there, I was like, oh shit, like these are normal people.
I'll tell you
They were
though.
not rave
I-
crowd.
That
I-
crowd
like,
was so
nah.
clean.
Even Slander was not a
didn't
rave
go
crowd.
with like a good mindset. I was just like, I was so convinced that I was like, this isn't a rave.
Yeah,
Like, this
yeah.
isn't a festival. I'm not gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, like, I went because one of my really good friends, like, she was like, hey, I have an extra ticket. Like, come with me. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure, of course. You know, like, I'll go. I've never been to Coachella before. And I was just thinking, like, I had such a negative mindset. I was like, I don't really listen to any of these like mainstream artists. Like, I'm probably not gonna have a good time. And honestly, like, I really hate the way, like, the mindset I went with, because when I was actually there, I mean, aside from like the 5 days of like exhausting,
Using a
like,
porta potty
God.
and
Yeah.
diving in
but
your
I'm
tent.
like, I honestly had a great time.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm.
I that was right then and there where I was like, you know what? Like, I think I would do Coachella again. And obviously, we are gonna do Coachella.
We did not say that in the beginning, but
Yeah, there we said
we did
we
not.
said we ain't never coming back.
Yeah, no.
We were like, that's it, we're done, one and done, not
5
coming
days
back.
in the desert was like enough until it was like,
That was
yo,
bad.
let's all get like these car camping
Yeah.
spots like together and make like a whole
So
little
find that out.
community.
Follow us along and see if we figure it out better.
I think that's what made it more fun is
Yeah.
the fact that like we didn't even plan on getting together. Mind you, we came
Oh,
in
yeah.
like
Yeah.
me,
Two different
Cruz, and we
groups.
came in like a
Yeah.
different group, and they were in a separate group. We just like happened to get
Dude, I
together.
bought my ticket 2 days before.
Yeah.
I need that trust. I need
No,
that.
I wasn't
Yeah.
planning on
My
going.
sister
She
bought my
she
ticket. Shout out
convinced
to
me, and I was like, all right, let me
I
find
bought
a
Cruz's
ticket.
ticket.
Oh, you guys
Shout out
bought
to
it.
Cruz.
It was good.
Dude, it was hella last minute too.
Yeah.
I think I like posted the
You
lineup
saw the
on my
lineup and I was
story.
like, hey, I got an extra ticket. You trying to buy it?
You know what? I literally went there. I saw the lineup, loved it. As soon as I saw Daniel Caesar, I was like,
Mhm.
I'm going.
Instant buy.
I'm going.
Gotta
Daniel
do it.
Caesar has my heart. That
I
man
saw
is
Kuko
on
and I was
repeat every
like,
day.
I didn't see him in Fresno, so here I am.
Yeah.
Kuko was in Fresno?
Yeah, he get like sophomore year of college.
Oh, okay.
I saw Swedish House Mafia. That was my only motivation in
Dude,
survival.
I never in my life thought I was ever gonna see Swedish House Mafia.
That was
my
like
first
that
big
was
festival
like the
set,
big
so.
like
That was cool.
full circle moment.
Yeah.
Like I remember like listening to one as a kid, you know, and then I heard it live at Coachella, and I'm not gonna lie, like I know people like or say like, oh my god, I cried like during the set, like I was crying because I did not
Set.
think that would actually happen in my lifetime. Like not to.
I
be,
feel like
you
I was
know,
back-
it's-
but
it's
you know,
I feel like I was
great
back in my
stuff. It's a great
2014, 13 days, yo.
It was cool.
Yeah.
It
I was
real
having
cool.
fun.
Yeah.
I haven't had that kind of fun.
I knew
in
I
raves
was
in a
like
while.
tired and exhausted when I was like, where's Swedish House Mafia from? And that's the.
I did feel
Yeah.
bad at that set though because there was this girl with like a gorgeous like bedazzled
Oh,
crown.
the crown,
Like there
yeah.
was this girl with the crown. You know those zip tie crowns that you buy on Etsy?
Yeah,
this
she was
girl,
rocking it though.
she
Look
was
good.
Yeah.
rocking it. She looked gorgeous. She was in front of me, and like I literally dealt with it. I was like, you know what? I dealt with it during Doja Cat. As soon as it got to Swedish House Mafia in the weekend, I was like, girl, like I can't see. I literally was like talking to Naomi, talking to Lethal. I'm like, all right,
I
I
felt
gotta
really
do
bad.
it.
Like honestly, I'm like the type to be like, you know, like I'll tell
Yeah.
someone like, hey, I'm sorry, but like, can you scoot over a little bit? Like
Yeah.
I'm short. Like I'm only like 5 feet, so like I can't see the same way like Sabrina sees.
See, I'm tall. I'm
Yeah,
5'5".
she's tall.
Well, I mean 5'5".
See, it's crazy because I always feel bad. Like I'm not freakishly tall, but obviously I'm a bigger dude.
Yeah.
I always feel so bad at festivals because I'm like, oh man, the person behind me is probably hating life.
Yeah.
right
See,
now.
she got mad at me though.
Oh,
Like
uh-oh.
this girl was super nice. We were chatting it up with her before sets and all. So I thought I'd be fine enough to be comfortable to tell her. It took forever for me to like build up the courage to. So I like tapped her on the shoulder. This girl like nudged me off at first. I
You're
was
like
like,
practicing telling you. Like,
Yeah, I was like, all right, time to put a promotion
By the
up
way,
in
we're
here.
not-
All right, guys. So today we're gonna be promoting.
This is not a sponsored podcast, so just
Coachella
keep
didn't
in
pay her
mind.
shit. They actually
Coach-
take a lot
Yeah,
of money.
we're actually giving.
But
them
if
free
y'all
press.
want to send us artist pass for weekend 1, we're down.
Hey, yep, that's
We're
true.
down.
But it'd be nice if Trader Joe's hits us up for
Yeah.
reviews.
Yeah, actually, honestly, I think I would be much more happier if like Trader Joe's reached out and was like, hey, like we want to send you
Take
guys
30
like, a couple
cases
more
to
hats."
If they're gonna
Coachella.
send us though, can y'all give me like the little mini baked bries? I cannot find those. Those are my favorite things in the world, and I can never find them.
Better make a PO box.
PO box, please have the orange chicken frozen.
What's here?
Unexpected cheddar.
The frozen but chocolate covered bananas, frozen chocolate covered strawberries,
I just need all the seasonings. Just
and the
everything
baked
bagel,
brie,
pickle.
and your guys' Cheetos. That's all. I'm not asking for
Alright.
much.
Have you tried the Takis? They're
good.
off-brand Takis.
They're
pretty
good.
Off-brand Takis, the one at gas stations.
No. They
No,
have the Trader
like
Joe's. They're
Trader
like
Joe's.
chili lime rolls.
Yeah.
I think they call them.
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
That
When I
was
go
the
to
chili lime seasoning
Oh,
though.
Oh, that's
Hits.
good. That's good.
Not
Uh,
gonna lie,
everything
when I
but
go
the
buy
bagel.
these things at Trader Joe's, all the workers are like high vibes and
It's like Dutch
it's
stores.
like
Yeah,
They're like
yeah,
grocery
yeah.
It's
stores.
like, I'm glad to see that you're actually happy working
Yeah.
where you're working.
Mhm.
Is it true they got a flirt, or do they just like they're like I'm at Trader
Thanks for
Joe's?
bursting
Like,
my bubble with that one, man.
no, that's what I've heard. But
Damn, I'm
then
looking
again,
good in here.
they say that about, like,
You're
retail
like, I'm
shit.
a 10 if I walk into Trader Joe's. Like,
He said, I'm a 7, but I walk into Trader Joe's, I'm a 13. Like, what's up?
I don't know. I
Here's
mean,
some
maybe
Trader
it's not in
Joe's.
like the bylaws that they have to flirt, but I've seen it like in TikTok. They're like, do y'all flirt on purpose? Is this what you gotta do to upsell?
I feel like maybe it's just like the atmosphere like they want
Because they're
people
happy?
to have, like you're happy. And I don't know, I feel like sometimes too, like when people talk, like people sometimes assume like, oh, like they're flirting with me, but it's like, no, that's kind of just
But if
how
I
they
think I'm
are,
good looking, I'm
you know?
gonna buy more food. I'm gonna put my guard down and be like, all right, you know what? Let
Damn,
me.
babe, okay, I am
I'm
gonna
be like,
get
you know,
the
my
button and
calories
chips.
ain't mattering today. Give me.
I just saw it on the Instagram reel that Trader Joe's sells like the birria thing. But,
Birria?
yeah,
they
but
do.
then with that, I'm Asian, so like I like noodles, so they're making noodles out of that.
Yeah.
Oh my
That
God,
thing was
no.
so. I think I
Shout
sent it
out-
to you guys now.
Shout out to Jab Tacos in Fresno.
Oh,
birria
fire,
ramen,
fire. I
Oh my
low-key
God.
used to think it was stunt food. I thought it was like food they just make to
No,
be like
it's-
stupid. Fire,
Swear to God,
fire, yeah.
so good. I
Their
had
torta
that
there.
hot.
Oh my God, I'm hungry now.
I say we go Dab
I
Tacos
want to
after
get
this
sponsored
then.
by Dab.
Aren't you going to the movie tonight?
Now he said torta.
I'm not going out
tonight.
I'm not going out tonight.
Justin Bieber night?
I'm not going. I'm not going. I'm not going.
Why?
I'm barely recovered.
Okay, but no one told you to go out yesterday.
Okay,
You
but
knew you had
Second person to
obligations.
cancel on me because they're two turn.
Who was the first?
Doesn't matter.
Oh.
I canceled on Cruz this morning.
Okay, I guess third then.
I mean, it's the same person, so second
I
person
guess.
just
But
twice.
then again, it is Musashi, so it's not really like, oh my God.
Dang! He said,
Dang,
why?
what? What does that mean?
He said he's like you bake your birthday. Damn it.
He
Damn.
really was like, he told us, he was like, oh, I'm not going out tonight, so you have to find someone to be my replacement.
I didn't say
and
like
he really thought that like Sabrina would be his replacement.
That was like
she
a-
was gonna get invited
That
regardless
was
if
like
you went or
she
not.
didn't
Second,
know
that
about
was
it.
like a backhand. He was like, Sabrina can replace him. I'm like, damn, bitch, I didn't even get an invite. I get the replacement invite. All right, that's
But she
cool.
don't got an ID though, so I don't know.
Strummers, hit me up, please. Dude, I honestly called Strummers because that's the last place I had it. I blacked out that night, to be fair,
Mhm.
but
You know what I didn't realize? How often people don't black out. Like I thought you used to think that was a normal thing in college.
Yes.
Because like everybody
Yeah.
blacked out. Oh yeah, shit, I blacked out on Wednesday. I did this.
Jungle juice.
jungle
Dude,
juice. That
I talk to
jungle
normal
juice.
people, and when I say
Normal-
people,
normal?
I mean people that
I-
didn't drink like crazy in college. They're like, I blacked out twice in my life. I was like, man, it's been twice this
This week.
semester,
No, I literally-
season.
I remember like when I first like was in Greek life, and obviously like being in Greek life, you drink a little bit more
Yeah.
different than the average person. So I remember one time I got invited to like a kickback with like some old friends from high school, and they were like, "Oh, like we know you're hecka turn, like we know you can drink, blah blah blah." And I was like, "Oh, okay," like I didn't make anything of it, and it wasn't until they were like taking shots where I was like, "Oh, take a pool," and they're like, "What are you talking about? What is that?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
I didn't know normal
Yeah.
people didn't know what a handle was.
I
Yes.
didn't.
Or like people be like, it has a handle
And-
on it. You know
and
what I'm
like
saying?
the handle is like the regular drink you show up with.
You pull up with
know?
the handle. Yeah, you just pull up with the handle. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Very, very
See,
different.
I grew up literally like high school wasn't about parties for me.
Yeah,
Like,
same.
Yeah.
like
same.
it literally was. I was in high school, went to practice, did
Mhm.
homework. Like I literally high school was just it was school, you know.
Yeah.
So when I came to college, moved out of home, went straight. As soon as I got into Greek life, that was my like drinking. Like I didn't
Yeah.
have a tolerance, didn't know what a tolerance was. So literally, my pledge class would call me blackout or backout. Like.
Yeah.
Go
No,
on.
sorry. Go, keep going. Keep talking.
I have
So
a-
I
have a
literally
question,
was black.
actually.
What?
After
Okay,
you're
so
done,
I was
after
blackout or blackout, and like in the time of, it was funny to me because I was like, haha, I have a reputation of getting fucked up. But the reality was like I didn't know what the hell a tolerance was. I was drinking to get drunk until I was done. But me being done was like, oh, I'd wake up the next morning and be like, haha, my girl carried me out the back of another house.
I feel like also too when you're like in the moment of everything, it's not really like you don't really realize it.
Yeah.
Like I've had my moments obviously like where I've gotten blacked out and like I noticed it way too late where I'm like, oh, well, this is this is me today,
When I was
There's
like
no going
in
back.
my peak of college, like where we're like, I think it was maybe like pre-COVID. Pre-COVID was wild.
So
It was like
2018,
19.
2019.
Yeah.
Like that was a wild
That's
time.
where I knew my limit. I knew because we've just been doing it so long. Like I knew my limit. I knew exactly what we were doing, and I knew exactly when to back out.
And I feel like also too like as you grow in Greek life, you get older, then you see like the new younger crowd come in, and you're just like. Yeah, it's normal when you see them do it because obviously they're like fresh out of high school, like 18, 19, and then you're sitting there like at 21 and you're like, bro, like this is not for me. Like I need to go. Like I also told myself too, like before I left my sorority, I was like, I don't want to be 22 in a sorority. Like this is it, like this is time where like the show's over. Like I have to grow up.
It's a different type of fun. It's a different type of like.
That makes you like realize that you're getting older and like you're being more responsible. Like so you want to like teach those young.
And then you just drink seltzers on a podcast.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
just spilling the tea.
We don't have to be drinking seltzers.
And then you end up spending like the rest of your weekends at Tower. Yeah, more sophisticated.
Honestly,
folks.
though, I feel like everybody has a bad stigma of like when you leave your sorority or no, not frat, sorority. Like when I dropped, it was like there wasn't beef or anything. Like COVID hit, and I told my girls, I was like, hey, like I'm actually just dropping. I was like a year away from going alum and all, and like anybody that knew me knew that time was coming. Like I was already clocked out. I didn't have those like close relationships that I had, and like everyone thinks you drop your sorority. It's like, oh, you either weren't for it or you had beef with people.
Yeah, which
And
I'm like, no, there's so many different
Yeah.
reasons when you leave because at least for like on my my experience, like when I left my sorority, like that was like at a time where my mom was really sick. Like I went inactive and I was like, hey, like this is going on. Like I don't really know if I could actually like keep up with like all my obligations. And then once it came down to it, it was kind of like, yeah, like. Obviously, like, within that time of not being in the house, like, I saw things a little bit differently. Like, I was like, you know what, it is time to grow up. Also, too, like, I do have to help around a little bit more with my mom, So it was kind of, like, that type of experience that kind of just kind of, like, helped push me.
I think in college, you always know, like, when the time's up. You know what I'm saying? Like, when, like, you're done being a freshman, where everything's new, like, all that stuff.
But then there's also, too, there's people who, like, literally don't know when the show's over.
Yeah.
The
I
party
got people that are
goes on,
still turning up.
Yeah.
College parties right now.
There's
You're
some
like,
people
dude.
that are like 25, some
Like,
at
you've been
frat parties,
graduated
and I'm
for
like,
2 years.
dude,
Like,
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 cash
like,
out.
What are you trying to say about me?
No, no, I'm not naming names, but there's like 25-year-olds being like, gonna go rage, gonna.
I
and
got
I'm like,
students
bro,
that are in
you're
college
hanging out
now,
with
so I ain't
3-year-olds.
trying to go
You're
anywhere.
like,
excuse me.
I'm like, dude, tap out, go to the bar, go to Tower.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I feel like I knew I was out.
To each
like,
their own.
To each their own. But it's just like, I don't know. I'm not. I think back on that conversation, like I wasn't like a girl's girl. Like I just, I didn't care to hold friendships, and that's my problem is I don't hold friendships because to me friendships are like relationships. You got to maintain them. You got to keep up. And once I got in a relationship, I was like, that's my priority. Like that was and I enjoyed that more than friendships. Where obviously like there was faults in that. There was, I didn't have girls like that were like my best friends, but also I ended up finding that there was people that were like manipulating me that were girls. There was like my sisters who were like talking shit on me for not being around, and I'm like, girl, like I remember I was going through so much shit my junior year. Like I had so much shit on my personal life that obviously I was only sharing with my boyfriend, and then when I'd go to my friends, they'd be like, well, maybe if you were around, you'd have us, and I was like,
I should have you guys around.
See, I think the
regardless
best
of being
friendships
there,
and the most genuine ones are the low maintenance ones. Like the ones that
exactly.
the ones you don't gotta like hang with every week. The ones that maybe you text here and there, hey, you get to check in. But like the ones that like you hang out with and
I'm like, how long has our friendship?
Yeah,
gone
exactly. I've known
for?
Naomi since middle school.
Literally, like.
But like the thing is, it's like those ones that you literally can hit up. And you pick up right where you left off, no matter how long it's been, no matter what y'all gonna teach. Because y'all both understand, when you're grown, you're grown, dude. Yeah, it's not like freaking high school, college where you see the same people every day, every week.
Yeah.
It's not like that anymore. And I think those are the most genuine ones.
Do you guys still have friends from high school you guys talk to? Because I talked to like one or two, like at most. Like,
I have two. Two of my best friends are still in high school. Yeah,
I
like
have a handful.
That's
of
impressive.
friends.
Handful is impressive. Cause
Well, it's not really like a crazy handful. It's maybe like 4 people.
Okay,
but
that's
like,
still,
you know.
That was just my thought like a couple days ago. I was driving. I was like, I wonder, because in like 2 years it'll be my 10-year reunion if that thing's actually true. The high school
Oh,
reunion.
that happened.
So
I never thought about that.
No,
like,
that just
I'm, like,
somebody
thinking
just
of,
reminded me.
I was on ASB in high school, so like
Yeah,
if anyone
same.
from my high school is watching this and thinking that, you know,
See, my high
I'm
school
gonna
was
remember,
super
I'm
tight
probably
knit
not.
though.
I'm sorry.
Like,
Someone's gonna have to tell me.
I feel like we all like people from my high school were different. Like I feel like everybody still like knows of everybody.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know. Shout out to Sunny
You know,
Side, but,
actually,
like-
it's really nice because like I do see like people I went to high school like at raves. You know, like
Yeah,
and I'm like,
yeah.
hey, like I really enjoy seeing people that I
Yeah,
know.
those are the only people I have like I still keep in touch with.
Yeah.
That's it.
See, but I feel like I have like a heck of people like that I see at raves and stuff.
See,
You're
but
like, you're like very on the
Yeah,
popular
like,
No,
spectrum.
you
literally,
had
like,
a,
on a
your
spectrum,
school had a
yeah.
high population though.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep that in mind. My school, my graduating class was like.
Because you guys are
600 people, I
considered
think.
D1 because of that
Yeah.
population.
Yeah, heck yeah, we're a big school.
No.
I was D3 or
Well,
4
as soon
or
as
5.
I-
I
as soon as
don't know.
As soon as I graduated, honestly, I cut everybody off, and it wasn't in that like fuck high school mindset. High school,
No, I was. Don't let.
high school was
No,
cool.
like I graduated high school. I graduated
Yeah, and I
high school.
moved. Like I
Yeah.
didn't stay in Bakersfield like everybody else did. Like I moved, and the thing is, like in high school, I wasn't an it girl. Like I was just kind of a girl that like everybody knew because I was in cheer.
No, I was
I
the
was
main
cool with
character.
people I was in classes with. But okay, cool guy.
Oh, I have a question for you though.
What?
Since us three are like locals here, but you're not from here. So
Yeah.
like, how was it like making a decision to like go to college
Yeah,
out
what
of
was
town?
that
Like
transition?
because like I can't see myself
Yeah, we
going
didn't rip
out.
out this
'cause
thing.
We're comfortable. I stayed because I was like comfortable. I had my parents here and I could stay. And then
What
like something
counties?
happens, like
Yeah.
it was I had dependable people, but like you came out here and you gotta know you're coming out here by
Mhm.
yourself, and then you gotta you gotta grow faster than everyone else. Like how was that?
I loved it. That's the thing. Like high school taught me that I knew I wanted to leave. Like I remember going into my senior year, filling out those applications, and there's Bakersfield College, which is the community college, and CSUB. I told my mom I did not submit an application for either because I told her it is either I get accepted to a college somewhere else or I go to culinary school in LA with like my family. So in high school, I grew up like on the cheer team, like freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, whatever. And those were the girls who I considered my best friends, but those were also the girls that would look at me and be like, "You look anorexic." Those are the
Oh,
same.
shit.
I'm not kidding
Yeah,
you.
those
Like
ain't friends,
I-
dude.
I'm not kidding
people
you.
who,
I-
like talk down on
Yeah,
others.
those
ain't
Yeah.
friends.
Through like eating disorder, like
Yeah,
EDs,
I did,
like
yeah.
honestly, you're assholes.
Yeah.
I hate you guys because
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
not.
no, if I
high
had friends like
school
if I had friends like that, I'd
Yeah.
leave Bakersfield too. If I had friends like that, I did my business.
No, honestly, high
No,
school
yeah.
high school sucked for me because it's
Yeah.
like high school is the time where it was like that's when you're starting to grow and realize like damn like I'm not like that's where a lot of
You start
like,
to form
why
your,
did
like,
it form
your
your
own
head?
self.
that's when like a lot of girls are either looking older or keeping young and like at that time like I wasn't eating well like I literally was a slim little girl who could not gain weight, could not finish a meal, could not and that was the time where like I had moved from like Bakersfield up across town, so I needed to make friends. And the friends I made were the girls that would be with my boyfriend as soon as we broke up. Those are the same girls that
And you did the middle fingers up.
I'm not even kidding you, dude. My
Wow.
best friends. I would be like, girl, like that guy's cute. I like him. This and that. Next thing you know, she's dating him. Like next thing you know, she tells me she's in his DMs. I think that's what's like
Oh, what
gave
a
me the.
girl code, huh?
That's what I'm
Dude,
telling you. Like
honestly,
I'm not a
No,
girl's.
Musashi ain't
I'm
talking.
not. I'm not.
Wait,
what?
I'm not a girl's girl because I've grown up with such shitty friends.
Mhm.
The one good friend, well, no, the few good friends that I have had, I've either pushed myself away from, or I just, grew apart from. That's just life. But the girls that I grew up with that, like, I had a close bond with, fucked me up. And that's why I'm like, you know what? I'm dependent on the people that, like, I can have 3 people in my life, love them, and be done. And I don't like relying on people anymore. Because the people that I did taught me that, like, you shouldn't.
Yeah, that's
That's
pretty
true.
valid.
I think with friends, you have to have your expectations for each one. Like
Yeah.
personally, like me with the big like web that I have, I know not everybody's your best friend. Like not everybody you're
Yeah.
gonna spill your heart out
Yeah.
to. Not everybody you're gonna sit there and like tell your problems to.
It's like you have like those certain friend groups where it's
Yeah.
like like these are the friends that I go to with like saying, hey, like I have a problem and I know
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
if I go to so and so like they're gonna help me. Or like like and then you also have like your party friends that you're just like
Yeah,
I only
yeah.
see you when we go out and that's all I see you as like
but
a friend to
but
go
you're a
out
good
with.
time,
yeah.
and I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
it's
know,
that.
like everyone always kind of does like everyone has like their own little purpose in everyone's
Mhm.
life.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's what I always like think about. Like I'm thankful for all my friends that put up with me.
Do you guys have like the
Is there a
go-to person
competition?
when you guys have like problems in your life?
I think I like.
God.
I
I'm not
think
playing, but
I go to different people
Be
for
careful.
different things.
God.
I go to different people for different things, and it wasn't until like I had this talk with Cruz. Cruz is actually the person that got me to start, like, being more open. Because I went through a whole time where it was, like...
I'm just great.
I went through a time where, like, I pushed myself away from everyone so much that I was, like, fuck friends, I have a boyfriend, that's it. Like, you know? And that's when I realized, like, I can't be reliant on one person in my life. Like, I can't go to one person about everything because at that point, like, there's gonna be a breaking point where that's too much for them, you know?
Yeah, it's like you don't want someone to carry like their emotional baggage.
And plus, like, I need friends, you know? That's the thing. And, like, I remember when I got to that point, I hit a Cruz and I was like, dude, I literally told him, I was like, I need help. Like, this was literally my point where I was like, this is going on, this is happening, like, I'm juggling all of this without sharing, and it just sucks to realize I don't have anyone. Like, I have friends. I hate being the person that needs to feel like a burden to someone. And I had a whole talk with Cruz, had a whole day with Cruz, and I was like, you know what? It's time to start building those bridges. And I remember I had just broken off things with one of my best friends. Like, it was over something stupid, like, months before. After that talk with Cruz, I hit her up and I was like, hey, you know what? I fucked up. Like, I pushed you away for the stupid reason, and, like, I really wish we can rebuild this. That girl, to this day, like, now we've rebuilt it, and I can go to her for anything and everything.
Because
like,
one thing,
you know?
one thing I learned with, like, my friend group is, like, you're not always going to agree with whatever advice they give you.
Yeah.
Like, you're not always going to agree. They're not always going to be as supportive or see the vision. They're not always going to understand your perspective.
I don't know how many times I've been motherfucked by Cruz whenever I did it.
Damn. I've roasted the shit out of Naomi.
Bro, like, I'm trying to get advice and you're over here trying to, like, make fun of me. Like, no. I want
my
real
advice comes in the jokes. For y'all that don't know, you got to unpack it. So I got to make you find it. But, nah.
Damn.
Dude, sitting there talking to Cruz,
that.
and he's like, all right, let me crack a joke up, and you're really great.
Let me.
I'm on the verge of tears, and Cruz is like,
and
bro,
then I got to give my disclaimer, like, oh, shit, I mean, but I don't know.
There's something like Cruz has, no, like, that ass, like, you've done some things where, like, where ass are, like, legit advice, and then I'm just like, you know what, this is my 13th reason. Like, that is it.
13th reason?
There's no
Damn.
between. I'm either here gonna push you over the edge, or I'm gonna bring you back. Ain't no between me. But I would say, like, when people give you advice, you gotta also understand, like, it's coming from their perspective.
Yeah.
At the end of it, like, whatever advice they
like,
give you.
you're not always gonna be right in a situation.
Yeah.
Like, you have to see the wrong in what you do sometimes.
I know whatever the heck I tell you guys, it may 110% be wrong, but it's a perspective. It's a different perspective, you know? And sometimes that's what you need. If you try it, if it works. If it doesn't, oh, my bad, I'm not liable. But I think that's what it comes down to.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to be held responsible.
It's like, hey, why'd y'all come to me?
Things are gonna start fucking up. I'm like, Cruz, I took your advice. This shit happened. Like,
that's crazy.
You're at fault. Fix this shit.
What would Jesus do?
What would Jesus do?
What would Jesus do?
See, I just work for the Lord, amen. All right, so we're gonna take a brief break so Musashi can pee.
Yeah,
I have
bathroom
to
break.
pee too.
All right.
Is there 2 bathrooms?
Yes, there is.
Okay, I got
All right, go ahead and pause this.
Love that.
And then the next one's gonna be a dating show for Cruz.
You just don't see
You're
it.
not. You're gonna see all my exes in the comments. Nah, fuck that fool. That's not what he said. Like, why do you think he knows so much? Because he fucked with me.
This girl gonna come up in the comments?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Who's Miss Girl?
Alright, I think we'll wrap up with the one last question for you guys. So like just
Lay
it's our
it out
first
on us.
it's our first podcast, so we should like at least like let our viewers know about
It's
us.
a good
so,
question.
Like,
Musashi gave me the
so like
lowdown. It's good.
last question would be like, what's a red flag about yourself?
Ooh.
Like I could go first if you want.
I don't even know
but,
one of these.
dang, if you need some liquid courage, bro, or liquor courage.
I'm like, I feel like I could definitely say it because I literally just went through something like 2 days ago. And I feel like my biggest red flag is like once I peep something, like I do not care. I will stick to that. I will be petty. I will do whatever. Like I don't care to talk about it. Like if you're like, well, if you're like, can I like at least like tell you why I did this or I did that with like an explanation? Like will you hear me out? No, I don't care. Like I've already I've seen what I needed to see, and that was it. Yeah.
I feel that.
Jump to conclusion. What a Mexican thing.
Hold on.
Wait
a second.
Hold on.
Wow. You said red flag about yourself, so.
So
Yeah.
Musashi's red flag, racism.
we'll cut that off. We'll cut it.
Will we?
All right, well, we start with Naomi. I guess Sabrina, you can go next.
Yeah, I don't know.
She's like, I don't have my license.
My red flag is I don't have a license. See, you know what? For the longest, my explanation has been the same fucking thing that when I was in high school, I didn't have time. When I came to college, no, the truth is I'm scared of shit. Like,
honestly,
I
that's pretty
think
valid.
I think I've gone around it with so many explanations, but here I am, 22, almost 23. No, I'm just scared. Like, every time I tell myself, when summer hits, I'm gonna learn. When summer hits, I'm gonna learn. And I've tried. Like, I've been behind the wheel. Lethal teaches me and all.
Babe, it's
No,
still
dude.
summer.
I'm scared. I'm still scared.
Sorry, we know a 28-year-old that doesn't have a license yet. Man, he's
He
Samoan.
does now.
Oh, he has it now?
He does.
Yeah.
He
Damn!
does.
Bro, that fucking
Hold
bitch.
on. He got it at 24. He got it at 24. I'm
Oh.
22. Give me 2 years. No, honestly, I don't know. Like, for the longest, I told myself, I'm gonna save for a car. Save for a car. Now it's like, I think I'm just scared. Like, I, see enough to where it's like, oh, like, I want the independence to be like, I can do this, I can do. Uber gets me good enough. And it's like, I hate being reliant. That's a thing about me. I hate being reliant on people. But it's like, I can't. Like, that's the one thing that I can't dive into wanting.
That's real. That's real. Very valid stuff, no license. All right, Musashi, what's yours then?
I'd say mine would be like communications. Not with like you guys or like friends with, but like if I talk to like girls and stuff, like I don't talk to multiple, but like I talk to one. Like I think my communication's ass because like it's because I don't know girls, you know. Like guys will never understand what girls are thinking, but like when they start ranting off, I have a habit of just like text, like not.
I feel like
I
it's
cut it off.
Yeah, I feel like that's overthinking.
Yeah.
Like, no girl's the same. If you get to know a girl and you care enough, you get to know her.
But also too, I think when you already start off on like the right foot of being straight up with them and saying, hey,
Yeah.
this is what I want, like this is what it is, like then you already kind of have that set expectation, and it won't go any farther than that. Because then after that, like say if like you're just like, hey, like I just want to like hang out, have fun, and a girl understands it, like yeah, that's fine. Afterwards, if she like ends up growing feelings for you, she'll say that straight up and be like, hey, like this is how I feel, like I don't think that's what you want because of what we set up. So if that's how, like, if you don't want to reciprocate those feelings, then we can just end this for like whatever we have right now. We can go both our separate ways. You know,
My communication was like, if I get bashed on, then I just ignore it, and then like later on text.
What do you mean
about
bashed on, though?
it. Like, I don't know. I get
Like, you don't
yelled.
like being joked with, or?
No, what?
Like, bashed on. Like, bashed on could mean different
Oh,
things.
like
yeah.
I'm being yelled at or something, or like
Okay.
whatever. Like she doesn't
So
like. or
there's,
he
like,
doesn't
conflict.
Yeah, it's like
yeah,
conflict.
okay.
I just try to.
I can see
I have a
that.
very
Yeah.
bad habit of like just avoiding it a lot.
Yeah.
I think that's normal.
I mean, I kind of realized it like not too long ago, but
But I
I think
feel like
that's
also too when you try to avoid the conflict and it's still sitting there, it simmers and then it like
Yeah.
becomes into a bigger issue than it was in the first place. You
Yeah, and
know?
then it'll come up in
Yeah.
other places too. I think that's a big
Yeah.
thing.
And, like, it just depends, like, if you're stuck in the hookup culture or you want to get out and get into a relationship.
damn.
It's
Ew.
true though, because
How
it's like
could
if you're dealing with that, but you're doing it with like a friend with a benefit, it's not worth it. But if you're searching for a relationship and you're dealing with all that, that's automatically you're gonna know what you don't want
Yeah.
out of a person.
I'm not searching for one, but.
Okay, I'm not. Saying I mean, Loki, you're
The
kind of a
truth
simp.
comes
Like
out,
for the
people.
longest, you're kind of coming out as a simp, and you know
the three
that.
girls Musashi talking right now.
I saw your
Watching this.
podcast.
He's like, I still.
Dang!
Watching this,
You
like-
put me on the spot.
He said it's 4. Get her.
They're,
Alright, so-
they're like skip towards the end of the video. That's when he starts talking.
They're on the
He's
group
like, that
chat.
part's gonna get cut, right?
Yeah, you're cutting that part now.
Nice. Okay, so how would you say communication?
No, it's for sure communication. There's not just. It's
But
just
is
in
that on
general.
your part or theirs? Like,
No,
are
it's
you
lit-
bad at it, or do you not want to deal with theirs?
No, it's literally mine because I was thinking bad because I was in a relationship. Obviously, you guys probably didn't know, or she knew, but I was in. She didn't know until like months ago, but
I guess I just don't matter because I didn't know.
no,
I
because
had to like fish it out of him. Or it wasn't until you really actually asked me for advice, and then it was kind of like, oh, okay.
no, yeah, I didn't. There's
Yeah.
I was in a relationship for like 5-6 months, but like it was like pretty private and everything because it's like nowadays it's like people I don't know.
Hookup
We're
culture?
in a weird ass like generation right now, so I just like keep it secretive and stuff. But like I wasn't like keeping it secret, but
It was a secret.
I mean, nobody knew, so it's kind of a
Yeah.
secret.
That's what a secret
That's
is.
a
I'm like,
hey, I kept.
He said, it wasn't a secret. I just wasn't telling anybody and didn't really.
No, keep in mind,
I kept it
I've never
mysterious.
I've never seen a picture of him with her, but then I saw her out in public, and then it was kind of like, okay, like, you know, I was like, oh, definitely, like, I didn't know about this, like, you know, I would hope I would been someone to find out, or like,
I mean,
no,
you see, you ask, I answer.
There we go.
not
but-
always.
But anyways, yeah, no. During that time, at least once a month, bro. Like, there's always a argument because like I wasn't very communicative and stuff. Like all these.
Yeah.
There's so many like.
I mean,
I don't know.
she did have a reason to be upset.
Yeah,
you know?
I was just. And
I
then
did like you, girl. I did. If you're watching this, I did like you, and I really rooted
She's
for you.
watching it.
I
She
rooted
probably
for you,
is.
babe.
He's admitting though. He's admitting it. Give him a chance. He knows.
She's watching
He
it.
knows
Give
now.
it a
He knows now.
No, I could I ended it. I feel bad too, but it's something I need to work on. Like I can't just be in a relationship if I can't like.
Well, because I also, like, I mean, I did tell you, too, it was, like, you know, it's not fair to her. Like, if you're not ready, like, then let her know, you know, don't drag her on with it. Because in the end, you're going to end up hurting her more.
But to be honest, I don't think nobody's ready for relationships. Like, you're not gonna walk, I mean, you're in one, but, like, you're not gonna walk out of your house and go to a bar and be like, look, I'm gonna go find a boyfriend today or something.
I know some people that be like that, though.
There are
some people
that
I know some people that be like that, and they're just like, anybody and anybody, I'm not being alone. Like, I think that's
and then
that scares me, I don't know.
There's the people that, like, hate the hookup culture, but are looking for relationships with everyone they meet. That's not saying that's a good thing, but there's some people that, like, see their age and they're like, I need to be cuffed. I know somebody, love her to death, but I know somebody who literally looks for a relationship in every guy she's with. And it's just like, it sucks to be like whatever age she is and to be like, damn, it's like time is ticking. You know, there's some people that have the mentality where it's like whoever they meet, they gotta make a future with. You know?
I feel like once it comes down to that, it's like, please don't settle. Like, there's still more to life. You know, like, I get into those, like, type of things, you know, where, like, I see, like, my family members or, like, my friends, you know, and I, like, see them obviously making, like, these big, huge, like, milestone accomplishments in life. Like, obviously, with, like, their significant others or they have kids. And then I'm just like, oh, my God, I want to be there. But then I think about it and I'm like, wait a minute. If I'm there, like, I can't do half the things I'm doing right now. Like, I can't just, like, say, oh, you know, I'm going to blow off work next week and I'm going to go on a trip because, you know, I can. You know, like, I don't have those type of obligations that tie me down and be like, oh, okay, you know, like, I'd be miserable, honestly. Like,
see, I think that works perfectly into my red flag. Because I don't have any, because I'm just amazing. No, I'm kidding. No,
I can name a couple.
No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I think my biggest red flag is I don't want to get out of my own rhythm.
Like, I want to be selfish. You
Yeah.
know?
Well, I don't even think it's being selfish, but, like, for example, like, I've had very few, like, I think my longest relationship ever has been, like, less than a year. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, I hate getting out of my own rhythm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love my daily routine. I have it locked in. It's perfect. I know what I eat. I know what I do. If I want to go do something, I love doing it. And I hate having to change that just because I don't know. It's weird to me.
How'd you change your rhythm, though, when you got a new job? Like, from Telemundo to, like, teaching, bro.
It's
like,
hard.
That throws you off a lot.
But see how, like, I only had to change my own rhythm? I didn't have to change my rhythm and someone else's.
Yeah.
Like, that's the whole thing with dating, too. Like, oh, let's find a time that works. And then, like, y'all know how hard that is
honestly,
already.
like, I feel like my biggest thing, though, when it comes to dating, it's like, you know, straight up, it's like also saying, you know, I understand it's me and you, but I also want you to know that, like, I still have a life outside of you, whereas, like, you have a life outside of me. Like, I can't just be there with you, like, 24/7.
But as a guy,
you know?
that's the best, because personally, I don't know how if Musashi feels this way, but I hate girls that are like, I know we just met, but I'm gonna be totally about you. Like, and I that scares me.
Yeah.
Because for me, that's like, I don't want the guy, I want a guy, and any dummy could take that place.
It's like,
does that make sense?
It's like, if you're gonna be here, you're here to, like, elevate and add on to my life, not be, like, become my life. Like, I remember, like, with one of my relationships, like, literally, I was there, like, every day. I felt suffocated, and I was like, I want my own space, you know, like, I am my own person, but when you ask for that space, and they have an entirely different mindset where they have someone who's always been about them and, like, catered hand and foot, and then you get someone who's really more on the independent side, like, you know, I still want to live my life, too. It's, like, it's such a big dynamic where it's, like,
and I think if you don't set that, like, tone, I was just talking to a friend about this, like, if you get somebody used to, I'm going to be with you every day, I'm going to do this, and then you ask for space, it's always assumed that there's, like, an issue.
I'm, like, hiding in the
Oh,
corner.
different friend. You're not the only one, different friend.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, like, sometimes it's like, hey, like, you know, space is good. Like, I know maybe that's not something you're used to or, like, you're accustomed to, obviously, because everyone has, like, their own ways of thinking, you know, with dating and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I feel like I'm
taking a space and a break is a whole different story.
I feel like I'm, like, on the
situation,
complete
No,
opposite of that.
I feel like space is
No,
one
'cause
thing.
space-
Space,
no.
Space is like, hey, babe, like, I don't want to go over today or tomorrow. Like, I'll go back the third day, not like,
No,
hey, I think we need to take a break for the next month and, like,
no,
do,
I'm talking
like,
about space as in, like, need space so I could, like, get myself back, you know, like.
Yeah.
that, it's like, might as well just break up with them.
Well, I feel
No,
like,
it's
I feel like in the
not-
honeymoon
okay,
stage, you want to be
yeah.
with that person every day, and you're just so excited to have somebody. But then you realize, like, ooh,
This is not for me.
you said I haven't hung out with the homies, I haven't done things I like to do, I haven't been ahead in the gym like I like to, I haven't gone to places that I like to go alone because you don't like to go. You lose a bit of yourself, and I think that at that point you realize, I love this person, or I like this person. I don't know how y'all are with your feelings.
Yeah,
But,
and then it's like, you're like,
you know what I'm
I
saying?
love them more than I love myself, and then when you leave these relationships, you're like, kind of like, okay, like I have to think about like
You lose a bit of yourself. You lose a bit of
who
yourself.
am I
yeah.
as a person now? Like, you know, like
It's
what
like a
am I
reset.
like outside of them, and you have to relearn it, and it's so weird. But it's like it's also like one of those things where it's like I'm happy I get to find myself again, even though it is a process. Because I mean, like no one wants to like start over again, but it's like you also end up learning a whole new part of yourself and things that like you know like you're really not gonna like take as you did before. Like you kind of grow from it, you know.
Yeah, I feel like so many people stay in relationships because they're scared of that phase again. They're scared of like that reset. They're like, oh damn, I gotta do this all from scratch. But I don't know. That's wild.
I'm like hiding in the corner, the only person that's in a relationship.
I want to go to
Yeah.
your wedding, so.
See,
Yeah, we're trying to go to a wedding. Hey, we're trying to get like you, my boy. What
See,
You better do
Dude.
it.
Little, I'm watching you.
You better find a different DJ though, because this
There's
DJ's gonna be all.
I'm gonna be
Like,
on the bar.
DJ,
Don't,
he's gonna be on a-
don't hire me now. I'm gonna be at the bar.
He's gonna be
with
on
your
a
mom
phone.
and your sister turning up.
Oh
That's
my
what it is.
god,
My
the
wedding,
bottles.
right?
There are
Hell no, you better have a bomb that yours. That's all I know.
See,
I know.
I don't know. I moved
Babe,
fast.
if you're watching this,
They ready to get bombed at that wedding.
I'm not.
you heard it first.
If y'all out of your soy, then we're gonna turn up. Yeah, it's gonna be
If
good.
you have a 30 pack with someone,
Mhm.
you know, just do it. You never
It's
know.
gonna be good.
It's like, yeah.
All right, I think that will conclude our
was
first
good.
podcast. Trader Joe's, go get these $5 subs.
Yes.
Yeah, $5
These
subs.
$5
Yeah.
subs, go get them,
They're
man.
not paying us to
They
say
really-
that, but we will say
They will
that.
get your
They
job
did.
They're
done.
doing the thing. They're doing their job. They're
Get
doing
the
their
job done. Experience that raise, you'll have a life-changing experience. If it doesn't work the first time, go a second time with like a better group. Coachella, food is amazing. I say you guys should go on this upcoming year,
See us there.
2023.
Tickets
We'll,
booked out
we'll be there.
January,
Weekend
too.
We're
two.
already gonna be
Weekend
there.
two, we'll be there. Catch me and Cruz with Fun Cake. You can catch Sabrina with the watermelon.
With the watermelon, dude. Wait, and the pupu sauce.
And then you
the
can, you
pupu
can
sauce.
catch Naomi fighting for her life,
Mhm.
Yeah.
doing stuff.
Yeah.
What
What?
kind of stuff?
What? Well, I mean, for sure you'll see Cruz's fifth eye there, so.
It'll be great.
That goes great.
Hey, you'll catch me with my Shein fit from her.
Sheen.
Hey, you
Codes,
she has a
discount
code.
Use the
We'll
discount
put it-
Brand ambassador, get the code.
We'll put it down in the description.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we
No,
will.
we're
We
not.
will.
We will.
For like a 10 cent
Are we
commission.
plugging things? Hit up my
Yes.
Amazon storefront.
Hit up my little shop to get your brows done. So
Hit up her
definitely
shop.
come through for that. If you're
Hit up her
Fresno
shop.
local, definitely do it.
Hit up DJ Cruz the Creator if you have any events
Oh,
coming
yeah.
up.
Exactly.
DJ
Exactly.
Cruz the
Baseball,
Creator.
Baseball games, weddings, divorces, baptisms, all that good stuff.
Hey, those divorce parties are lit
They be
though.
wild. They do a lot of pain, but they're wild.
And you guys, if you guys have questions like you want us to answer, send those questions our ways, and we could have a better
Yeah, comment
podcast.
them down
We
below.
just started it. We need more scripts, questions.
Yeah, hopefully this
We'll
ain't our
answer
last
We'll
them.
have a better host next week that
Yeah.
doesn't, you
Hey.
know,
Hey,
base his question
this
off
is the
Google.
This is the pilot episode.
Hey,
It's
this
a
is-
pilot. It's a pilot.
If we should do another one, let us know. And if we shouldn't quit our day jobs, let us know that as well.
Hey
Let
man,
me know so I
Pay
can
our
stop paying
bills.
2 rents.
Please pay our bills.
this whole podcast was my idea, so it was just right for me to start it.
It was. And
It
I had all the
was?
equipment because I'm single and that's where I spend my money.
And I
on.
got the last minute invite because apparently I'm a replacement.
You're
That's cool.
not a replacement.
For Justin
No, we
Bieber.
forgot about Sabrina. I ain't even gonna lie, we forgot about Sabrina. I ain't gonna lie.
It's okay.
I was just-
We bought the charisma and
It was just in my
the,
thought, I was like, we
extra
need to-
trauma.
That was good.
got
That was
into
good. That's
this
what we needed.
podcast.
Okay.
That's
So
what we
we
needed.
got, this is therapy. This is therapy.
All right,
Yeah.
tune into our second episode of podcast. Cruz will be our host. He'll let us know what the theme is. You guys will find out once we start it,
Yeah.
and then maybe the third one will be one of these two if they have.
We got the
thoughts
better
and
things, trust me.
Yeah.
We got the better things.
All right.
We're gonna take it back.
We
Anyway,
are.
y'all.
Anyways,
Peace out.
Later.
Bye.
That was fun.
Be
Dude,
clear.
This headset is crazy, yo. I can hear you guys.
Stop. I was burping the whole time.
I sounded like Jordan eating or what?
I just want to be able to hear like what we
Oh,
get.
it's crazy.